love isn't just goofing around and playing computer games and holding hands, but it can be. I'm Olivia Mai. In my high school, I met a dorky guy. He was the president of the chemistry club, if that gives you a little window of it. But I was in things like Dungeons and Dragons club, so I wasn't really like a cool kid either. He showed up at my house with a dozen roses and this big glittery Hallmark card that basically was like, I'm in love with you. He walked up to me on the second day of high school and basically asked me out, and I was like, ew, no. But he followed me around for a year and a half and we became friends, and I finally realized, wow, he's just a really nice guy. And we started dating. So we just basically played computer games. He would drive me home from school. We'd go get fast food, Chinese food together, play computer games after school, just hold hands in the hallway. It was very, very pure and innocent. We were just kids. And he is Vietnamese, and we endured a lot of racism, a lot of comments from adults. If you have a baby with a not white guy, you're, wasting your genes, which is so crazy. But people felt okay saying those things to me because that's the climate in the American South. We went to different colleges that were 5 hours apart. And this was 1999. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have our own computers to do anything. We were still writing letters and talking long distance for like a certain amount of money a minute. It was really hard to keep in touch. And when I would go up to visit him, he was stressed out by the big college he was going to, and it just wasn't the same. So we broke up. He actually contacted me a year later and was like, let's get back together. And I had already gotten in a relationship with an older man. We ran into each other actually in Christmas 2012, just seeing each other for the first time in person in 13 years. We hugged and we talked, and he looked so great. He still looked really good. The nurse I worked with said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not." And my heart was just beating so hard. My marriage to this older man fell apart. First thing I did, made a new Facebook, and it suggested him to me as a friend. Didn't see my message for quite a while. But then when he did, that first night we talked for 5 hours, and we woke up the next morning and we both said, hey, let's give us another try, because we were really great. He got me pregnant really quickly and we got married, and it's just been wonderful. It's really lovely. I used to feel really regretful. I was like, I wasted 15 years. Why did I break up with him? Because it was always me. I think we both needed that adult time away from each other to realize how precious what we have is. I think if we'd stayed together, I did not realize how lucky I was. He's just a really sweet, kind person. And I almost thought, oh, love can't be this easy. Love isn't just goofing around and playing computer games and holding hands, but it can be. We both went out into the real world and had adult relationships without each other and saw, okay, everybody's not as nice as you. We got back together, and it's just such a delight. Every day is wonderful being with him.